There are many people who will tell you what South Italy can't do for you, but not many people will tell you the lasting impact that this part of Italy can have on your life and how you yourself may not even realise it until you leave. When I first moved to South Italy, I was so focused on adjusting, navigating my way around, trying to learn the language, kind of finding my rhythm in a way, that I didn't really realise just how much life in this part of the world would change me, and weirdly how disorientating it would feel every time I went back to visit my home city of London. Every time I visit London, it is a constant reminder of just how much life in South Italy has changed me and impacted the way that I view life in general. I will go into the supermarkets in London and I observe how people consume and buy food. It's an act of hurried necessity and convenience. It's not one of a slow, deliberate choice. I observe the way that people move around the city, often to deadlines, often running from one place to the next or walking so quickly, trying to weave their way through the crowds. I also see how London, despite the throngs of people that fill its streets, can actually at times feel quite soulless and empty. Here in South Italy, life is built around moments. You don't just grab your food from the supermarket and go. You take your time to decide what it is you're going to consume. You don't rush through dinner. You make an event out of it. It becomes an occasion. You don't just run from one place to the next. You actually take your time to arrive and to acknowledge the people that you might see along the way. When you leave South Italy, you realise just how addicted the rest of the world is to efficiency and how rare presence actually is. And then there's the silence. Back home, silence can often feel quite empty, but here in South Italy, it's part of the soundtrack of life. It's the sound of olive trees swaying in the wind, of the birds tweeting in the trees, that slow Sunday whisper when people are relaxing in the warm, basking glow of the summer sun. It's a different kind of silence. And when you leave, you miss that, you crave it, because you realise you are finally learning how to listen. South Italy for me has been maybe the first time in my life where I have truly been able to connect with myself on a much deeper level. And maybe the hardest part, no one tells you just how much you'll miss the connections whenever you leave South Italy. When I go back to London, I observe how people don't greet the shop assistants or people who work in a particular place. I observe how people might live in the same building, but they don't know each other's names or they don't acknowledge one another when they see them in communal spaces. I observe this kind of closed mentality and approach to life, which is in complete contrast to how things are in South Italy. Here, people make you feel welcome. They get to know you if you frequent a place often enough. They're warm and they are friendly. And whether or not that is always genuine is kind of beside the point. There's no denying it. There is an unmistakable sense of community in this part of the world that isn't easily replicable in other countries. And it's something that I miss. Back in London, I feel invisible. In the really big cities here, it can happen too. But what I realise is that kind of connection, which at times you might think is quite intrusive, is actually community. Whenever you leave South Italy, it shows you what it gave you. Slowness, presence, real human connection. It's not always easy living here, but it's real. And once you've experienced that, it's hard to settle for less. So if you're thinking of moving here, or you already have, just know that this place is a way of getting under your skin. It may not always feel like it while you're living it, but once you leave, even briefly, you'll realise South Italy doesn't let go, and maybe that's its greatest gift. If you've ever left South Italy and felt like a part of you has stayed behind, tell me in the comments, because I'd love to know what you realised after leaving this part of the world. And if you're dreaming of living here one day, go ahead and hit subscribe, because I'll be here to show you all the things that no one tells you about living in this beautiful, complicated, yet unforgettable part of the world. And if you're wondering even more so why I chose South Italy over North Italy, then this is the video you need to watch next. I'll see you in the next video.